Hey guys, Tbull here. Today we're checking out one of my all-time favorites, the Warspite. It's one of the best battleships in the game, maybe the best battleship in the game. That would be a hell of a debate to have. If I had to put my money on it, I would say maybe the Warspite is indeed the best battleship in the game. Tears of the Desert domination mode game. What makes it so great? Combination of a few factors. You got hard-hitting guns, laser accuracy on these guns, and turnability. All right, overall maneuverability, it's pretty. I mean, it feels great when you're playing it, but you do have to keep in mind top speed's about 20 knots with a strong wind coming from the rear. Okay, so not the fastest guy in the world, but it's tier 5 battleship. There's a lot of slower ships out there, so it's not as detrimental. And you kind of see my deployment. I'm not as familiar with the zoomed in version here. We're gonna have to change my immediate plan. I was trying to get over those islands, but what we're going to see, and you can see it throughout this game, hopefully if I'm playing well, is we're going to be opening up the full salvo and then trying to close it back down again. Okay, so I got the prop mod on here that's going to allow me to start and stop pretty readily on this thing, and you're going to want to see my technique with this. We're going to creep forward a little bit, creep back a little bit. That's going to hopefully cause some of these long-range gunners to miss me from time to time. Or if we got torpedoes in the water, maybe we can be dodging those as well. So early on, when we're kind of assuming, a longer range gunning stance, and we're forced to here, because if we move horizontally, we'll of course die to all these battleships that are in the middle of the map. But if we're going to just kind of duke it out here, well, we're just going to kind of rock back and forth, and that's a good play to make in any ship, of course, or at least battleships. If we're going to duel in here, you don't want to just sit there. I prefer to be active. That helps with the dodging of the torps, like I noted. But for this thing, as the opportunities arise, we're going to be able to get these salvos in here. Now, especially if we're closing in like brawling situations where we want to be mostly nose in to absorb a shot and then kind of quickly open up the rear shot, get the full salvo off, and then close that angle up again, point the nose back towards the enemy. You can get away with those maneuvers in the Warspite. Most battleships know, okay, the time it takes to turn out and then get the shot off and then turn back in. By then you're already absorbing that counter shot. And if you typically, how the game's designed, if you take a full salvo, you're usually susceptible to incoming damage via, loosening up the steep angle, which means the shells that are attacking you are going to better penetrate your ship. So you can get away with a lot of stuff like that. So Warspite, of course, those of you that have followed the channel a long time, this was the ship that we swept a season of ranked with Chile, who was playing in the Gady, the tier 5 German destroyer. Now, this was a very long ranked season. I think it was like 28 wins or 30 wins or something to go from the last rank all the way to the top rank. And we did it undefeated one time. So I was playing this ship. I was using the actually to blow up the cruisers and support the destroyer. Chile was using his excellent ability of the game and just playing a solid destroyer game. And that combination just lights out, really. I mean, there was a couple games that were close. One of them was a Hail Mary shot at the buzzer. But generally, we were just kind of mopping the floor with people, and that's due in large part to this ship's ability to really support. So that's what we're trying to do here. We did take a shot at the Maz a moment ago. But look at these shots, like California here, nose in. And we're always... California, you never really know what you're going to get there. I mean, there's a 17,000 Ripper there on a seemingly angled California, but what's going on internally with that thing, I've never been able to determine. But nevertheless, we can get these nice booming shots here. So Laga, check the top of the screen there. What's the ship composition? One cruiser. Okay, this is among, if not the most valuable target on the red team. Okay, we do have a carrier. We've got a couple destroyers, but this thing can cause havoc for our team. Number one, high damage per minute. Number two, if it gets close to the destroyers, it's lights out for them. So we're going to take some shots there, and you can see there Laga angles in as well. And that actually probably helps us with our penetration, because those French cruisers, of course, have the goofy spaced armor, or sometimes they're so thin that the shells will travel through broadside, but that angle, we're able to pick off the citadel there for a nice chunk of damage. So 62,000, we've already done more than our ship's HP. With this build, we do have 5 heals. Now, early on in the game, British battleships were one of the first lines. I always advocated Cunningham. on the line because I was thinking, okay, I'm going to use Cunningham as an inspiration anyways. Resources are limited. Let's boost him up. But having played the game for 4 years now, I probably would suspect that Madden's the better commander for these. Number one, British battleships tend to have very good heals. Number two, they tend to be very accurate on their own. So while the underlying thinking, the economical approach to commander building is still valid, personally, I don't think Cunningham's as strong of an inspiration as he is, currently as he was 4 years ago. So if I started this game over again, I would probably choose to rank up Madden, okay, and then maybe put an accuracy. You could also maybe level up, Yachino or something like that, the Italian battleship commander, if you want to enhance the already good accuracy. Not a bad idea whatsoever. But anyway, just a little note on the commander builds and where my thinking is currently. We've got a low health Mackinson there. Try to take him out. That's the type of play I would make if I'm going for a double strike. Fire 2 guns at the guy that's on the ropes. Fire the other 2 guns at the other ship. California had way too much health, and frankly, the Mackinson, unless we happen to get lucky and get a Citadel, we weren't going to knock him out with 2 guns either. So I probably should have just quickly, and you can see here an example of getting those back guns in quickly, and then we'll hopefully close that angle up again. We could have just taken the Mackinson out clean, probably would have protected either myself or whoever he shot from additional damage, but live and learn. All right, managing the heals. Oof, slam on the brakes. All right, so we need to be keeping an eye on the map here. I want to be pushing this guy. I've been calling the guys on my team, let's go, let's go, let's go. We got the advantage over here. What do we do when we have the advantage? Push, push, push. But the crossfire threat from that dude to the southwest slams the door shut on that play, okay? If I continue to move towards that thing, Queen Elizabeth hammers me in the side, game over. All right, now we're up a fair amount of ships. We might not lose in that instance, but we're not quite comfortable yet relying on our team. You never know what, in this day and age, what they're going to be up to when you're gone. So got to be paying attention to the map there. Got lucky that he didn't have his guns pointed at me. He wasn't ambushing me, because if he was, and I was a little overzealous trying to get that California off as quick as possible, minimizing the damage he was doing, but we could have taken a catastrophic shot in the meantime. So luckily we noticed that, and now we've adjusted the play and knocked the gun there. And you'll note again with the active swinging to the rear every shot, hopefully, if we're playing at a high level. And especially in these one-on-one situations, right? We're closing in on the Queen Elizabeth. I want to push him. I want to get in close. But we're going to be trying to be remaining tightly angled there until we're ready to shoot. Absorb a shot. Oh, it's HE. Well, now we don't really need to worry, at least for this back shot, right? Because his reload's the same as mine, roughly. He just shot. I'm going to be able to shoot and then close that angle up again just in case he switches to the AP. We'll keep ourselves tight and angled there. There's the carry as well. At this point, I'm saying to myself, we got 2 kills, but hey, let's see if we can get the Queen. Maybe we got a chance at the Kraken. All right, so first we got to knock this guy out here, and we're going to go ahead and shoot him in the nose, trying to knock out the gun / damage him, and we do take him out there. Ranger, oh my god, a flyboy. They love shooting me, and boy, do I love shooting them back. Let's see if we can blast his ass back to hell so he can go down and spend the rest of his days with Satan. Not quite yet there, but we do get a juicy shot on him there. And we got a decision to make. We got a broadside Gneisenau coming around, the much more dangerous ship than the carrier in terms of dealing damage. Of course, the Gneisenau, he needs to get some caps going here. So he is moving into B, which is the right play to make. But if he gets close to us, he can definitely beat me. So I'm not trying to minimize the threat of him, but I'm thinking, okay, let's just get this carry off the board. Number one, it frees up everyone's attention, mine included. We don't have to worry about, is this guy going to slip away? Are we going to be able to detect him again? We did turn away from the Gneisenau. If we take a shot from the planes, we take a shot from the planes, but we did take that incoming shot from the Gneisenau at an angle and didn't do much damage, if any. And now we use that tight turn. Look at that tight turn radius and turning in here before you can even get that reload. And those German battleships typically reload pretty quickly. He does get a scoring hit there, but nothing catastrophic, right? Not if we're broadside, that would have been a problem. All right, but due to the angle that we closed there, just did a little bit of damage. And now we're saying to ourselves, where is he going? We check the map, and we don't go behind these islands to the left. Common chasing mistake a lot of players make, and it's easy to make. I'm going to where the guy was. Okay, so if you employ that, how do we get to that guy? Well, we just saw him to the left of those islands. Go there. Well, by the time we get up there, the game's going to be over, right? This guy's going to be dead, or even the clock will run out. So you always got to be checking the map. Where is he going to go? Where is he going to be in the 3 minutes when we're going to intersect? Not where is he right now. Okay, so you got to... The game moves very slow, and you do have to think 3 steps ahead, which sounds easy. What the hell are you saying this for? Duh. But watch yourself and everyone else playing the game. You very often are going the wrong way. All right, so we're going to have one shot here. I'm going to let the plane attack first just to get a little bit of damage because I do want the Kraken. Why not? Where it came this far. Did take a shot there. Could have maybe let our teammate shoot him there, but I want to do it right. So anyway, that's a look at the Warspite for you guys. Hopefully you did enjoy it. If you did, please hit the thumbs up. New to the channel, consider subscribing. Lots of World of Warships coming all the time. Questions, comments, leave them below. Love to hear from you, and we'll see y'all there. All right, peace.